Hello and welcome to another update video on gold. I'm here on the gold futures chart and we still continue to move in this sideways range. I know it is getting very draining, but so far the scenarios we've been talking about, they are all still valid. I know the chart might seem chaotic. That's normal in a sideways consolidation pattern. A lot of analysts will just show you a very simplified chart. I always find it important to help everybody understand the structure and my thought process, but you will find a lot of people who don't even show you the microstructures, at least here where it matters. Yeah, I mean, let's again talk about these scenarios so you understand what matters now in the coming week, which resistance levels matter, which support levels matter. What we have on this chart is in the white scenario an A, B, C structure, okay? So this would be the, let's say, basic ABC pattern that we're tracking here, in which the market completed an A wave to the downside into the May low, where the B wave bounced, and that could have topped actually. This decline does look a bit like a 5-wave decline, so it could indeed be the beginning of that C wave to the downside, in which we have a wave 1 down and a wave 2 up, and we could see a sell-off directly. I mean, that is high risk. That is high risk, especially as long as the market stays below the $3,495 level, because that is the key pivot here. I mean, you see, we have a sideways consolidation pattern. And honestly, the idea here of an ABC structure to the upside, this doesn't really look ideal. Yeah. Okay, we could think about maybe a WXY structure. That might also be an option here, but then the microstructures are not ideal. What I mean is, it could very well be that this B wave bounce is actually a WXY structure, and then the Y wave to the upside is obviously an ABC itself, A, B, C. But then the nano structures don't work so well. No, then again, sometimes you have on the smallest time frame some distortions. Also between spot and futures, it's not exact science, okay? We have to be pragmatic about it. But we have what appears to be a 5-wave decline from a potentially important, meaningful top. So that could mean this is the wave 1 to the downside, and so far the bounce is a 3-wave move. So from an Elliott wave point of view, that means it's actually a corrective bounce, which could lead to lower prices in this white scenario, which means the 3rd wave to the downside should be next. At least in this scenario. There are other scenarios, so there are conflicting scenarios which tell us that the market hasn't really made up its mind yet. And overall, I would say between all of these scenarios, we have to just find what's the common theme here. And the common theme is that this is seen as a wave 4 correction. So I still see, and have seen that way for the last few months, I still see this as a wave 4 correction, a consolidation, within a larger uptrend, basically. And so what we see here is, yeah, surely, this could be a move down. There are other scenarios where the wave 4 might finish earlier, but they are all seen as wave 4. So upside continuation is preferred. I don't see us yet in a bear market or at the beginning of a large downtrend. We just have to understand that if this white scenario is playing out and the C wave down is happening, then first of all, we would expect a reaction to this resistance area, and the C wave to the downside could take us to the 100% extension around $3,152. Now, to really confirm that further, we need to see a reaction here to the resistance area, a move down, and then in this white scenario, the market could obviously follow through here, break below the last low that formed this week, and also below the red line at $3,300. There are other scenarios. In each scenario, the resistance area plays an important role. What we can, I think, talk about is if this resistance area breaks, and or if we get 5 waves up, that could be a meaningful low that formed. Yeah. Please note that, for example, also in the orange count, which means that this is a triangle A, B, B, C, D, E. In this scenario, we might even get the completion of the triangle after the next higher low and then break out. But also here, this scenario is valid as long as we are holding above the red line, which is the end of June low, $3,305. So please note this triangle could just be a wave 4 triangle, and lead to a breakout to the upside. And then there's this, and that makes it very complicated, this blue scenario in which the B wave that in the white count already topped is actually unfolding as a triangle. We can also get a C wave down. So it's the same count, just delays this sell-off. And also in this scenario, the price should react to resistance. So I think a couple of things to mention here. We're still tracking an overall uptrend. The deeper the pullback is, actually the more it could be an opportunity for those who want to accumulate from a reward to risk point of view. And then I think this resistance area will be very important. So breaking above it is not a failure of the analysis. It means it's a signal that the bulls start to take the lead finally after many, many months of correction. Technically, the low could form at any point here, but the microstructures don't really support it yet with only a 3-wave move up. But I'm tracking the gold chart every single day. And if I see a micro 5-wave move up, then this could be a signal, even if we haven't broken above resistance. That's what we need to watch out for next week. For now, as you can see here, this is a 3-wave move up, possibly an ABC structure, without any signal of a top. So at least now you know what to watch out for when the futures market opens. If we get 5 waves, then this is likely not a corrective bounce. We might take a more direct route. So we'll keep you updated about that. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates for gold and silver, check out our stocks membership. You can find the link in the description. It's the Patreon link. There's gold and silver included as a bonus as well. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.